Okay, okay. So, I've been catching up on you. I wake up every morning watching one of your TikToks or your good mornings, and your motivation. You did that for me for 6 months. So I appreciate that, and I know you can make a difference in a lot of people, by doing those good mornings. So don't let nobody stop you from what you're doing every day.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what made you start to get into this industry? I know that you were an artist. I'm not too sure. Are you still rapping right now, or you're just focusing on your goals right now?
No, you talk about what got me into doing music. I don't do music anymore, but are you saying what got me into doing music?
Yes. What made you start to get you into this music industry a long time ago?
Okay. Well, I was always a fan of rap music. My mother. One thing I did take from my mother, she had a good ear for music. So in my household, all she listened to was Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Sound Cook. So that's what I was raised on. And then when I heard Run DMC, you know what I'm saying, as a shorty, I started writing raps. And when NWA came out, that's when I decided I wanted to be a rapper. I think Ice Cube was like my father figure. But I never really. I was a basketball player. I played basketball and stuff like that. But I always wrote neighborhood raps about the neighborhood. But what really made me take it serious, it was this guy named Endo in our neighborhood. So my cousin was a millionaire at like 15, 16. He was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? So he started his own record label, and he had a group called the Joint Mob, and they was like the local celebrities in our neighborhood. Is in the Source magazine, everything. And so, but Endo took a liking to me, and he was their lead rapper. And so I admire him so much that I watched him go to the studio. So I ended up going to the studio and wanted to record. But what really made me know that I was good and had a gift at it. So it was another rap group from our neighborhood called Hamilton Park, HPG. And, they had all the like the gang banging neighborhood raps. And it was crazy. The lead rapper, I just shared his picture. He just got a coaching job at Wake High School. That's how much he trans whatever that word is, his life. Yeah, that word, that part. But yeah, and so they was the rappers in my age bracket, and the Joint Mob was a lot older. And so it was this party. My homeboy Cube, God bless his soul, Gene Blackman. He was like another neighborhood baller in our area, in our neighborhood. I'm talking about he was like 15, driving Cadillacs and flip paint, all that stuff, right? So he used to throw these Belmont parties that we used to have from Belmont Avenue. And so I had a couple guys from HPG, they grabbed the mic and everybody loved it. And so my homeboy Late Night, man, God bless his soul, he was like, man, Prophet, well, my name wasn't even, it was said still for real. It was like, man, grab the mic and rap that stuff you be rapping at school. So I grabbed the mic and I rapped. And a lot of people didn't know I rap, but everybody on Belmont and everybody who was in my classroom, Libby, do. And so I turned it out, stand up, everybody, oh. And right then I knew I was good right there. And me and Freaky Fred went to the studio, got some beats from the guy Reed Russell, who did the Joint Mob beats, and we recorded a couple songs. One was called "Looking at the World from My Eyes," and another one was a dud. They didn't do nothing, but then I recorded a song, "My Block," you know, and that was the first song. It wasn't the first song I put out. It was the first song I put out because I was trying to push another song, but it was a dud. And so DJ Lightning Rod put on "My Block," and it just took off in the club, and everybody showing up at my mama's step. I need that when they played in Club Liquid. And that was the Legend of Prophet in Toledo right there. That song, My Block, my first song, took off. Shot the video for it, did tens of millions of views, but it got took down. You know what I'm saying? Because that's YouTube was real strict back then. But that's how I ended up getting into rapping.
Now, what made you stop doing the rapping?
Um, I kind of So I made this documentary. It was called "Own a Yard," and it gave the history of Belmont Avenue, right? And it showed like my nephew father who got killed in '91. I got this famous rap. Well, I can't say famous, but it was like one of my most popular songs called "I Grew Up on That Corner," right? And in the line it said Fred Quincy and Dion died the same month, right? And so them three I made a documentary about, and they all got killed. And so their sons ended up watching it years later, which was my nephews, and they really wanted to live up to this and imitate this life, right? And so, you know, my whole generation before me got wiped out. My generation, everybody dead. And so the next generation, they watching my videos on Belmont. They watching the documentaries I'm putting out. Now they coming to new members of Belmont. And I watched their whole generation get killed. And I said, man, I'm really making this block famous, knowing this is a demon-possessed block, bro. This is a death block. You gonna die over here. And so when I had got stabbed like that, and I was, that's when I had a conversation with God. And at that time, I knew rapping wasn't my purpose anymore. But I just knew it wasn't. I knew I was supposed to speak and teach and coach and stuff like that. But I still kept rapping. I didn't want to give it up because I was good at it and I loved doing it. But I knew deep in my spirit that rapping was to give me a platform to the people I need to be speaking to. But now, I know it just ain't my purpose no more. It was for a moment though.
How about doing like a Bible, some way do a project, put in some of the words from the Bible into your music, and make it like a motivation for the teenagers, early 20s, age group, something like that, to motivate them to keep going and a positive outlook from coming out of, the situation where you are to where you're at now.
You know what? If you really listen deeper to my music, I was doing that anyway. Even though I still had the songs I grew up on, but I really did. But I'm not a fan of gospel rap or nothing like that. And I don't want to do it. Like I just don't like I used to love rapping my real if that's why I like when people be like, Prophet, you need to quit cussing when you speak and all that. I don't wanna not be who I am. You feel me? And so if I'm making music, like I don't want to act like I'm something I ain't, just a whole positive uplift. So I have to rap about all the deaths I faced and being shot and stabbed and how I really feel about certain stuff because it gave me a release. It was my therapy. And so if I'm up here overthinking, like I gotta be positive, I don't want to hear nobody rap like that. I don't want to hear that as a fan. And so no, man, if it ain't my purpose no more, it just ain't my purpose no more.
Well, you're really good at it. I just want to let you know,
Thank
everything you're welcome. I was noticing that you're a coach on the basketball team for the young ones. How's that going?
you. Man, it's kind of I love it because they sorry. The kid it's not like a real basketball league with group like the top of the line players. I didn't want to coach that because I didn't want to argue with the parents, like thinking they kid the next Steph Curry and they need more playing time. So these is kids who really getting pushed in this by their parents who really not really good at basketball. And so from what I'm doing, my whole thing is to teach these young little boys about self-accountability, having a good attitude, and leading with love and respect. You know what I'm saying? And so my whole thing is to keep coaching these kids so I can get these young boys before they be this grown weak weasel blaming everybody for everything, no accountability, terrible attitude. And Frederick Douglass said this quote, man, it's easier to uplift young boys and try to repair a broken man. And so a lot of kids never had a man in their life, so I want to get them while they're young and teach them about total self-accountability, how to work together as a team and stuff like that. So that's my joy out of it. But the kids, man, like, I coach my son, so I coach 7, 8-year olders. And so it's hard because they sorry, man. Like, man, we going to be getting beat up or we going to be getting blew out. But I get a joy out of it, man, because I'll be like, what's the most important thing? And they'd be like, a good attitude, coach said. And so it just be like, man, it's part of my purpose. I love it, though. It brings a lot of joy to me.
Yes, definitely. I commend you definitely from the IC show to you because we need more people like that. We need to start with the young ones. And you're saying around 7, 8, that's how old the kids are?
Yes.
And that's young because that's elementary. And, we got to start, like I said, when they're younger, supposed to when they get older and they're already in the streets. So you're going to be their motivation throughout their life. Whatever they're going through, they're going to be like, my coach said to do this, all positive. And anytime they go through something bad, that your voice is going to sink in them. And, we need, like I said, for Snoop Dogg, he did it too with the football team. but you're doing it for the young ones, even younger. And do you see yourself doing like a tour, to going around, different cities or states, having those kids with you?
Yes. Yes, because it's part of right now I'm in the learning stages of how to operate a whole league. And so down the future, I'm just doing it from a team standpoint. So I'm getting more people and I'm just connected with more of the people who run leagues. And so pretty soon I want to have my own league with like 25 teams. And then, before we start, we're gonna speak to the kids. And after, what I'm saying, they had a tutoring program set up for to teach kids about financial literacy and about having good manners. Because I always say a good manners, a good attitude take you way further in life than a good grade point average. And so while we got this whole league here, we got the tutoring program set up, the financial literacy program set up, and then to take these kids to different cities and different countries. And while we out feeding the community, these kids to be feeding the people, because Christ taught us, man. Jesus washed his disciples' feet to let his disciples know we are here to serve. If I am who I am and I'm washing your feet, how are you supposed to treat people? And so we get these kids to understand, like, I'm here to serve, not to be no weak weasel using gimme person, but no, you are here to serve. Sometimes as a man, as a man of man, you have to make yourself uncomfortable for the comfort of your wife, comfort of your community, comfort of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. King, he wasn't broke. He wasn't no poverty. He had college degrees. Him and Coretta could have went off and moved somewhere. Wasn't one word like they could have moved to England and escaped from segregation. But man, he made himself uncomfortable for the comfort of a whole bunch of strangers he didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So that's man. That's a man right there. Whether you believe in what he did or agree or not, that's a man when you will make yourself uncomfortable and give your life for a purpose, serving people. And so we need more men like that. And so that's why I'm developing this whole league and teach these kids and stuff like that. And so, but that's my ultimate goal for real. Hopefully.
Are you gonna do it throughout the whole year, or are you gonna just do it during the season now where you're at?
Um, right now I'm gonna do well. I'm about to be coaching two different teams in two different leagues, and so right now I'm learning right now, like because it take a lot to run leagues, and I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from Toledo. I don't know nobody all down here like that, so I'm meeting all these people. But when I get it how I want, it's gonna be all year
But
round, and then, like I link up with people who do football and baseball and have whole other leagues involved. You know what I'm saying? I can't coach football or baseball or boxing. I never was good at those sports. So I was really good at basketball. And so,
that's good.
but I want to do a whole league though.
Okay, okay. Who's your favorite basketball player?
My favorite basketball player, they not the super as popular as people, but growing up, my favorite basketball player was Dominique Wilkins. That was my
Okay.
favorite player. Then it turned into Nick Van Exel, Reggie Miller, Joe Dumars. That's crazy. We were just talking about this. Like none of the most popular players was never my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your favorite artist? Could be someone in the industry or not in the industry.
Oh, Tupac. I mean Tupac. Then I say Scarface. Like Tupac, Scarface. Then I would have to say Ice Cube. Then I would go Nas. Then I would go Beanie Siegel. Then I would go Nipsey Hussle. Then I would go FBG Duck. Then I would go DMX, Trick Daddy, Eminem, and Cannabis, and Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill.
Okay, okay. You got a
Yeah,
lot. Good
hey,
top
my
of
favorite
the
out of 10 people. Yeah, but it would be Tupac and Scarface for sure at my top two.
Okay, okay. What is your favorite movie?
Man, I love movies. I love movies more than music. I love movies. I love movies. My favorite movie of all time is The Matrix. That is the deepest movie I have ever seen in my life. And not just all the fight. I'm not an action junkie. It ain't about the fight. You ever seen The
Yes,
Matrix?
yes.
Yeah, it's just the whole. See, they in The Matrix. I take my own meaning out of it, right? I take two meanings out of it, right? You want to hear it, or I don't be talking
Yes.
your ear
No,
off?
I want to hear
Okay,
it.
my first meaning, I look at it, it's like Jesus, right? See, the Matrix, the world is fake, and they just give you everything you want to keep you dumb, deaf, and blind. So for their agenda, right? And I look at that as Jesus coming into this world that's ran by Satan, and Jesus had to unplug us from the satanic world and bring us to the spirit world. Because in this world, we taught like the good guys finish last, a doggy dog, get over mentality to get by. But Jesus' whole thing is like, we gonna reap everything we sow in the spirit world. So if you give, it will be given to you in the spirit world, but in the physical, no, I'm not giving to you. I ain't like, I got my bills to pay. I ain't like, and that's the physical world. But Jesus is unplugging us from the physical world, bringing us to the spirit world as a believer. And so that's what Neil was doing. Not so much of that, but that's how I take it as. And then another one I take it as like the slave mindset. You feel me? We was in slavery, we was brought into this country as Africans, but through the Willie Lynch theory, and are you familiar who Willie Lynch is?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, but that's why we are in the condition we are. When Willie Lynch said we're gonna turn he was a business owner. You know what I'm saying? He was and it was a business plan. Quit beating these slaves to death, quit killing these slaves, because this is a $1 million operation and this is your product. So instead of the physical thing, you got to use division. You turn the dark slave against the light slave. You turn the north side of the plantation against the south side of the plantation. You turn the man against the woman, house slave against the field slave. Make them divide and make them hate their nappy hair and big nose. Just make them self-hate. And if you apply these principles, they'll work 300 to 1,000 years even after they're free, right? Now look at us right now. Dark skin, don't like light skin. Light skin, they're black, ugly, man. You know what I'm saying? We got perms in our hair. Nobody want to wear their nappy hair. Just look how just look at how we just self-hate each other. You feel me? And so now the matrix come in is when you have people like a Dr. King or a Marcus Garvey or a Malcolm X or Elijah. I'm going to free you from this slave mindset. And I'm going to bring you over here as a black man. Like, no, the dictionary teaches your black skin is everything black is a color of curse. But no, I'm going to teach you that Jesus had hair of wool. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you knowledge yourself. And so to me, those leaders like that was unplugging us from that slave mindset and taught us self-love and working together. So that's how I take the Matrix. And that's why I'm still talking about the Matrix. Oh my God. But yeah, that's why the Matrix is my favorite movie.
Okay, definitely. What is the best advice you've been given during your whole career?
The best advice is outwork everybody. You know what I'm saying? Outwork everybody and have a good attitude. Have a good attitude. And I'm not. So many doors got closed on me because I had a bad attitude. I had a real bad attitude, and they were always, when I first moved to Atlanta, your network is your net worth. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't really get that. Like, I had moved out here before, and if I thought a person looked weird or there's a little feminine, I ain't dealing with him. Like, I just ain't, like, I had a bad attitude. Like, they wasn't my type of person I grew up with. I didn't want to deal with them. And they wanted to deal with me. They liked my music, but since my attitude was standoffish, I'm a natural game banger. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been like I got pictures of me 7 years old throwing up the neighborhood. And so that's just my second nature. Like, if I really don't know you, like, I was kind of standoffish. So a lot of doors got closed. So you never know who you're going to meet. You never know. Like, everything in our life successful is connected to a person, from opening up a door or giving us a platform. And so that advice is always have a good attitude and treat people right, though, for real.
Definitely. Do you think, you said you didn't have a male role model when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Do you think if you had one, you wouldn't have joined the streets?
It wasn't no join in the streets. I didn't join the streets. Like, my
Well,
household streets. Like, my house, my block, the houses right here is where the war zone was at. Like, the dope was getting sold on my steps and out my house, and my family, the ones in my house, was doing all the robbing and killing, and so it wasn't no joining nothing. It was just, you know, and the people who I end up riding and dying for that we call our neighborhood, those was my friends since 3, 4, 5 years old. And I was the blessed one because my mama didn't smoke crack. All my other, I ain't gonna say all, but like 70% of my friends' moms smoke crack. And so, you know, we in the poverty, but I didn't know we was poor because we always had lights and food and stuff like that. My friends ain't have TVs and food and stuff like, so they came to my house and ate. You know, my family took everybody in. So I was the one everybody gravitated towards. You know what I'm saying? And so that was just, it wasn't no way around it for me for real. Basketball saved my life though. I was a good basketball player. But like me, like just trying to act like I ain't from this neighborhood and them people gonna give me a pass because they don't think I'm active. But no, I'm from over here, so you ain't get no pass nowhere else.
Right.
And so it wasn't no avoiding that, honestly.
Okay. The reason why I ask, I go around and I try to make a difference for the young ones. And half of the time they say that they're out there is because they don't have a male role model or they don't have a father. But I commend all the people that are stepping up and being a stepdad to those kids that need that role model because I feel like it can make a difference because they're not a woman can't raise a man. A man needs to be raised by a
I
man.
agree.
And I feel like, the ones that are stepping up, Father's Day is next week. Happy early Father's Day to
Uh,
you and all the fathers out there. It's important. The kids are the future. Even the ladies, like, we have to step up, get them off the street. We just had a killing last week. Someone she was in the movie that I'm in, and she was the actress, real young, and they shot her. And it's like crazy. It's just now they're killing more females than anything, and it shouldn't be men more, females more. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is we're the ones to make the difference, to make a difference for the children, because the children are the future. If we don't stop all this right now, excuse me, they're not going to have anything. And it's sad. I mean, kids aren't living like kids should be living. And that's why I love what you're doing for the kids with the basketball. We need more people out there to do that, even if it's basketball, football, tennis, volleyball, whatever the case, to keep these kids off of the streets. And you got a good handful of kids that you're starting with. So keep it going. Don't let nobody stop you. I hope you get a basketball trophy. I really see that in the future for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Is there any shout outs you would like to give to anybody?
Um, I want to give a shout out to everybody who helped pass out food when we're doing the feeding and all the people who coaching the kids, all the people when I have a message, sharing a message, and just everybody who actually supporting, and we call ourselves the cast offs. We are who we are, even when it's unpopular, when our thoughts and what we stand for is different than the crowd. And so just everybody who tuned in and sharing the message and actually hitting the streets with me. Because I meet so many people. Like, first of all, I get a lot of criticism because of my name Prophet. And so, my name been prophet before I even had a relationship with God. So it wasn't me trying to act like I'm a prophet or something like that. And so you're not a prophet and want to have Bible debate and Bible thump. And so and you go on Instagram, these people on my comments want to have Bible debates, and you meet women and like in the church and they want a Bible debate, right? But if you study Jesus, man, Jesus didn't lead with scripture, man. Jesus led with love, man. Jesus led healing people, feeding people. And then once you got to know, like, leading with love, and then he could give you the word. And so I just appreciate people, man, who out in the streets making a difference and sitting on the on Bible thumping and holier than thou. And so I just appreciate everybody who out in the streets washing feet. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes. Salute, salute. Don't stop. And how did it? How did you make out a couple weeks ago when you fed the community? I seen you had a lot of bags lined up, and I seen the pictures. How was it?
That's the only thing. We just showed that because I was helping somebody else out. Man, I done did that every day since then. That's an everyday thing. It's just I don't,
Oh,
per event, and so that's why I show where we is at. But I do that all the time. Like that's a daily life.
oh
You know what
wow.
I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
commend you. Definitely. I do it once a month out here, so you know, salute to you.
Yeah.
Uh, where do you do it if you want to put the location on there?
Um. Well, a lot of times I just go to apartment complexes. Like, I just go to apartment complexes instead of just like having an event and stuff like that. Because you can't. It's hard. Like a lot of kids ain't follow you on Facebook who really need your help, or Instagram, and a lot of people don't have transportation to go to a certain place. So I don't believe when I'm at an event that means I'm helping somebody else out with their stuff. I don't do that. I just go in the neighborhood and like, okay, here go to, and like that's what I do. I don't do events. I mean,
Okay,
I'm a start like, well, we do the nah, we was thinking about that. Like even when we're gonna do the back to school, the book bag, school supplies, free haircuts, and little girls getting their hair braided. And so I don't know if we're gonna do that at a place or just show up at in the projects or apartment complexes and just do it.
I love
And so, but not post
salute to you.
show up.
Definitely, definitely. What is, do you see yourself, traveling outside Atlanta? Because you're saying that you're at Atlanta right now. So do you see yourself getting out of there and going to different maybe colleges to speech about, what you're learning and teaching every morning about the good morning and keep the positivity.
College kids don't like me. Like college people don't like me. Nah, like boo, like only people like me is like ghetto people for real. I'm dead serious though. Like rich people and like college people, like I ain't their cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's who my calling is for real. And so like yeah, like what I'm doing here, I've been doing this in my neighborhood from the beginning on the south side of Toledo, on Belmont Avenue. I've been doing this for years. You know, but I am gonna start going back and forth from the south side of Toledo to parts of Atlanta, go back and forth. And then if I meet other, now me just going to a different city, I don't know about that right now because I already got my hands full. It had to be a person who come in from a city and be like, okay, and they could we could partner up and like that. But as far as me just going, I got my hands full. Like Atlanta is just too big, right? Like it's too big. Now Toledo's easier because the only thing I just worry about my neighborhood in Toledo. But like
Right, right.
I got my hands full right now. Yeah, I had to partner with somebody else though.
Okay, okay. Well, maybe after this interview, someone will reach out and want to do something bigger and partner up with you. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. What about a movie on you? Have you ever thought of that? Just strictly on you.
Now I ain't thought about that, but I got some movies wrote though. I got some movies wrote, but it's not about. It's kind of loosely. I took events out of my life, events out of my friends' life. It's a movie I wrote called Death Around the Corner. And but not it's not about me though. Like I ain't did enough in life yet to have a book or a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Well, what about, what you wrote down so far? Have you ever thought about putting that into a movie?
It's a movie. I got the movie is finished. I got it wrote. I got to shoot it.
Oh, okay. So are you looking for a video guy?
Of course. I haven't set it up though. Like I had my friends who were supposed to play in it. A couple of them got killed. A couple of them got 30 years in prison. And so like I don't have a cast or nothing. I just got the rope.
Well, since you have it written, you do have written down, right?
Yeah.
So all you need, okay, so you're the producer of the movie already. So you need a camera guy. So if there's anyone that's tuning in that wants to film for a movie, make sure you link with him. Let them know where they can find you, all your social medias, and let them know.
That's Prophet Mahmoud, PROPHETMOCMOUD, and that's on everything. And like y'all see me on live here, so y'all can just inbox me. It ain't nothing special. Y'all ain't got to email me, nothing. Just inbox me.
Okay, okay. And you're on TikTok. Let them know your TikTok.
Same Prophet Mahmoud. Everything is the same.
Okay, okay. Is there any shout outs you would like to give or anything we didn't bring up that you would like to bring up?
Um, um I know I say this all the time, man. It's my favorite. The world will be a better place if we live with love and respect. And when I say love, it ain't got nothing to do with no feeling. Scripture teaches us love is patient, love is kind, love forgive. Love is being a blessing. Love is giving. Those are all action words. And so if we led with love and respect, like just being a respectful person. If this the rules to this person's house when you come in their house, just respect their rules. If a person don't want to be called a certain name, just respect that. If this the rule to the neighborhood and you enter their neighborhood, just be respectful. And if you don't want to obey the rules, if you feel it's degrading you, just leave. And so I feel if we led with love and respect, if we treat that homeless man who can't do nothing for us with the same respect we'll treat a billionaire. I used to always say Diddy. Like if I Diddy was all my favorite person to use. I about to say we treat that homeless man the same way we'll treat P. Diddy. Well, you can't say that though. But that was always my example because everybody wanted the record deal close from Diddy. But like if you treat that homeless man with the same respect you would treat a billionaire, you treat them the same with respect, the world will be a way better place. And I go to so many neighborhoods from the south side of Chicago, to I was just in LA, to any place that y'all consider like dangerous. I go there, right? And it ain't that like somebody's scared of me or I'm a tough guy or I had this reputation or nothing. Nothing happens and people embrace me because wherever I go, I lead with love and respect. And people are human beings, bro. Like everybody want respect. All the killing in the neighborhood, 9 times out of 10, it be over disrespect. And we'd be like, it's behind the woman, but somebody feel disrespected that you try to violate their woman, or you said this to their woman, or the woman came, but it's just always disrespect, or you disrespect their dead people on Facebook. It's just disrespect. But if we was respectful, a lot of wars, a lot of problems that we had, we wouldn't have if we led with love and respect. So to anybody watching, I just say lead with love and respect for real.
Yes, I always say that love and respect is major. And what you said about going to different places, I understand that people like I went to Detroit and they're like, "You went to Detroit by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's you got God on your side, and whatever you're trying to do, and if you're trying to do something positive, it's gonna go a long ways, and it's gonna lead you the path you want to go. I could actually see you opening like a youth center, and being the coach for the kids for the basketball, and also preaching to them. And I feel that in my heart that you're one of those type of people that can make an impact for the younger generation. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do, and that's the plan for real. Like that's the plan.
Okay, well, I hope, let me know, as soon as you get the first one, let me know so I can pass you along if you come to Boston, to the right people. We need leaderships and to make a difference. We can't, right now, our world is going crazy. I mean, look at our world right now before we came on air. So everybody should tune into the news and really be focused because our world is needs more love and more prayers, like he just said. And I'm always saying that every single day. And that's important. That's why your good mornings, I'm always, wow, you're just like me. I'm going through this. I can understand what you're saying. And I thank you every day for those good mornings.
Thank you. I do want to give another shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out. So my homeboy Dante Mays, my best friend D Mays, right? And I know I tell a lot of stories about D Mays. That was my best friend since 3 years old. Taught him how to ride a bike without training wheels, everything. So today is him and his wife Tisha Lee. I forgot. I was the best man at the wedding and everything. I forgot how long they've been together. But today their anniversary, right? And I'm just so happy and so proud of it. Because I never been to a wedding in my life except theirs. I've probably been to over 150 funerals. And that was the only wedding I ever went to. And the crazy part is I introduced them. You know what I'm saying? Dante, my best friend, and she from Akron, Ohio, and she came to 107.3 and was a radio personality. And I was like, she was like, I want to meet Prophet. I had the number one song on the radio at the time. She wanted to interview me. And so I interviewed with her, a very cool person. And my homeboy D Mays was like, man, please introduce me to her, man. I seen her picture in the Blade. I gotta have her. That is my wife. It's like, you don't even know her, bro. And I introduced them, and they married. They've been married. They've
Happy
been about 7.
anniversary. Definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I love it, man, because it's an agenda being pushed. first of all, I believe Satan, I believe our world is messed up because the homes, I think everything starts at home. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts at home. And if we had a good father, a good mama, and a good family in the house, and we had more households with good moms, good dads, and good relationships, we have a better block. And if we have better blocks, we have a better community. And if we have better communities, we have a better city. Better city, we have better state. Better state, better country, greater world. But it starts at home. And I believe it's a satanic attack, you know what I'm saying, to destroy the family. And that's why you see so many women on Facebook, man, ain't shit. And the man don't do this and that. And then you see the blues. They don't ain't nothing. Like, and then, and then you see what's being pushed to us from Joe Biden and everybody else. To each his own. I know it's Pride Month, so I'm not bashing. But it's just the kill the husband and the wife and the mom and the dad aspect, and I believe it's a satanic attack. So whenever I see a strong man and a strong woman come together and create a beautiful family and creating a household, it just bring it. I love it, man. I love it so much. And so, man, congratulations to my homeboy D Mays, for real.
Definitely happy anniversary, and keep on the real love going. Many more years to come. And like you said, you can't really find, like, you don't see couples out there. I always say I commend them when I see them. I'm like, keep that real love going, because like you say, I'll be 46 next week, and you did see more families together. You did see more people married, more relationships, real relationships, not just say they're in a relationship and there's no real love. But I understand that. I feel like the Satan is trying to take over a lot of the positivity, and we got to reverse that. That's why I always change the negative into a positivity, and I tell these kids that they need to do the same thing. No matter what they're going through, they need to change the negative to a positive, and just keep God on your side, and He will guide you. Sometimes we don't have control of the street where we're going, but always know that your body is a temple. You need to protect it anywhere you go, all the time.
Man, for sure.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the Icy Show. Is there anything else you would like to bring up that we didn't bring up?
Man, you're gonna keep saying that, and I'm gonna keep going on and on. I'm gonna have you on here all day because I got so much stuff to talk about, and so, but I don't want to keep holding you on any longer.
Well, I appreciate you. Do you have a clothing line?
Yeah, it's called Zaire Unlimited. Um, yeah, it used to be called Cast Off Wear. So when I did music, you know, when I did music, I used to get booked for shows, and I used to get like $100 for a show. And then I look up like, man, it's 1,000 people here, and they charge $20 a ticket. And they gave me $100, right? But I already signed a contract. The dude booked me for like 10 cities, so I was like, I need to make a way so I can make more money. And so that's why we came up with the cast off shirts. I am who I am, even when it's unpopular. And I was selling them at the shows, and I'd be on my corner selling them, right? And so then I dropped. I'm from the south side of Toledo, and it's a real big neighborhood. But it seemed like we was kind of separated by blocks a little bit. We was kind of going our different ways. And then when my nephew got killed, it seemed like we was into it with everybody. And I just wanted to do something to make the neighborhood proud. That's why I created the Southside shirts, and it created a uniform for us. And it's like it was more Southside love, and that was my clothing, cast off wear, right? And so what got me the birth of my son and them Southside shirts got me back to Atlanta, because majority of the Southside shirts, even though I sell a lot in Toledo, a lot of them was getting bought in College Park, Forest Park, Riverdale. That's the South side of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I came down here, and I was on Old National on Gabi Road. I set up a table with Southside shirts. I was doing like 50 shirts a day, like just
Wow.
selling shirts. And so I developed and then I came and created like the slogan that I say every morning. God gave me a gift, and it's called Today. I put that on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lady named what is her name? She on BET shows, everything. She came and bought one. She gave me $100 for it too. Um, how can I forget her name? I forgot her name. Um,
It will come
Damn.
to you.
But yeah, had bought a shirt and took a picture of it and posted on her Instagram and Facebook. And everybody like, where I get this from the website? So I got on all the comments, giving the website, boom, took off. And so I was like, this is bigger than just cast off wear. And so Zaire was always in my head because Zaire was a country where Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman. He shocked the world. Like, I shocked the world in Zaire, Africa. And so I was like, Zaire, this is inspiration through fashion, doing it impossible, shocking the world. So I made Zaire Unlimited. And so the guy gave me a gift, and it's called Today was the first shirt. And then I rebranded the I Am Who I Am, even when it's unpopular. And so, yeah, but that's the yeah, that's the streetwear brand, Zaire Unlimited. Yeah, and so right now I put everything on hold because I got so behind on my orders and stuff like that. And then like, see, right now it's a streetwear brand. It's a statements on t-shirts. But when I do the relaunch, I want it to be a full-fledged clothing brand. I want more, like I wanted better material, better hats with the jeans and create it better. So I had to put everything on hold, make sure we can't take no more orders and get it, you know, up and running a little bit better. So yeah, I do have the streetwear brand Zaire Unlimited, and I really love doing. That's why one reason I love Atlanta. They have so many great events like the Natural Hair Show, the Black Beauty Expo, the Streetwear Convention, and I go there and I sell out so many shirts and stuff like that. And so, but yeah, that's my streetwear brand.
Okay, okay. Well, salute to you. Hats
All right,
off. You definitely get your flowers from the Icy show. I appreciate you, what you do, and keep it going. And if there's anything that I can help you with or connect you with anyone, just hit my inbox. I'll let you know if I know that anyone in that avenue or not. I hope to see you with your own clothing store. That would be awesome.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And let me know when you launch your website back open, so I can share it on my page and my team can share it.
Okay, for sure. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, this is Prophet Makman from Ohio to Boston 617. Salute to you coming on the Icy Show. This is interview 649 interviews. We are not just local, we're internationally. God bless and peace on the world to everyone, and that peace to you, Prophet. Much love, respect, and keep it going. And I hope to see you with the kids on the bus on the tour. That would be great.
All right, for sure. Thanks for having me,
Like a camp, like a camp.
man.
Peace, love, respect, everyone. Have a great night. Happy Sunday.
All right.